What's the damn deal, YouTube? It's Big Dre, never the fucking little one. Before I get started with this video, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, bro. If you're new here, welcome. I go by Big Dre, never the little one. And comment down below, because this right here is something a little different for me. This is a little more personal topic. It's like way more deeper than just answering questions and stuff. This is something that like I kind of was nervous to do because this really like it gives a little more insight into my life. And I've always been like very, very, very private. With just starting to do YouTube, you definitely have to become more open to people judging your life and being able to have an opinion, because when people don't have an opinion, they can't say shit at all. So that's why I've always been very, very private. So as you can see by the title, I am going to try to tell my full coming out story. Now, this is very fucking emotional to me and close to me because I come from a very religious family. In Deep South Baptist, more on my father's side. My mom's side is more Catholic. Whatever, y'all didn't need to know that, but that's what it is. And this was something really hard for me to do, even though I feel like it was something very obvious. So I'll get into more details with that. Now, I need y'all to understand that this is my story. You can't flip it. You can do whatever. You're gonna judge it, so it is what it is. But just understand that everybody has their own path and their own life to live. So I'm 26 and I knew my whole life I liked girls. So I feel like for me, when I was younger, nobody ever just sits down and say, girls like boys, boys like girls. Oh, yeah, ooh. Look at me getting stressed out thinking about this shit. Yeah, so nobody sits down and just tells you what society expects. You just kind of see things and you just go with the flow. But for me, it was different. I never liked girly things. I never cared about Barbies. None of that shit. I never wanted to play with the girls. I always wanted to play with the boys. You know, when it came down to like recess and shit, like in like daycare, like I was the girl that would go beat up the boy, take the toy back that he just took from the girl and go give it back to the girl. Like, that was me. True story. Anybody want to tell you the shit, because I always got in trouble in daycare for the shit. Obviously, I liked beating up boys. So, I always knew from the beginning that I liked girls. I just thought that, I don't know, something was a little different because I didn't really see it. I'm born in, yeah, I sound so old saying this. I'm born in 96, so there wasn't like, being lesbian and being gay was not just promoted. It wasn't just something you seen on TV as you do now. It wasn't something that was out there. Like, people literally called it being in the closet because that shit was kept in the closet. So, you know, everybody always, me growing up, being a cute little girl with, you know, colored eyes and like the curly hair, they're like, oh, you're gonna be a heartbreaker, you're gonna break so many boys' hearts. And I'm like, hold on now. Hold on now. I'm like, y'all tripping. Like, even like, as like a little kid, bro, you know, I'm kind of like, That ain't what I'm trying to do. That's not me. So I knew what I had an attraction to. Because you can't control what you're attracted to. If you're truly attracted to something, you cannot control it. So I knew what I was attracted to, but I kept that to myself because my family, like, so judgmental. Like, I grew up hearing people in my family, I'm gonna say people in my family, make like little comments like, that faggot, or, you know, that dyke, da da da, like, so, and they, in those, is it a pronoun? Those pronouns will be followed with negative comments. So, you know, I never wanted to be looked at some type of way. So it was always really hard for me to say anything like that growing up. So when I got to 6th grade, middle school, this is, I don't know how everybody, I know some people have like 6th grade, it's like in elementary and shit. Like 6th grade was my first year of middle school. I went to middle school, I didn't go to junior high, I went to middle school. And I knew for a fact. And I knew it was time for me to stop, because I was always very boyish. If I got a picture, I put that bitch there. I sneeze. Ooh. I was always like real boyish, real dominant. Like you could never get me in a dress or anything. So 6th grade came around and I knew it was time to say something. Something had to be said because that's around the time that you start to show interest in boyfriend, girlfriend shit, okay? So, excuse me. Growing up, I was always a daddy's girl. Always up under my dad. We did everything together. We rode motorcycles together. He taught me to drive at 9. He taught me how to cut the grass. He taught me to do all of these things that weren't your typical girl thing to do. So, but deep down inside, I knew that my father was a little more judgmental. So for some reason, I decided to say something to my mom first. Probably the end of 6th grade, going into 7th grade year. I think, yeah, I took some notes because I didn't want to mess up anything. I decided to come out to my mom first because I felt like I knew my dad was like, he's so stern with any and everything in this world. Like, it's kind of hard to tell him anything. Love him to death, but he's hard to talk to. My mom was more of the party, free spirit, and she was a tomboy herself. So that's why she had no problem letting me dress the way I wanted to dress, because she was a tomboy. But my mom is straight as hell. She just likes to ride motorcycles and work on cars and go to the gym. So it's just her. So I went to my mom and I said, Mom, and I already told myself that I was gonna say this just to like test the water. I said, Mom, I think I'm bisexual. To see like how she would react to that. Would she be upset? Would she be mad? Would she be happy? Would like just how, just I needed some type of vibe off of her reaction. Yeah, I'm sorry, my glasses on and off. And she said, I don't care. I don't care, baby. And I was like, shocked. Like, so shocked that, you know, I kind of ran back upstairs to my room after we were done talking. And I cried. I cried tears of joy. Tears of joy because me and my mom wasn't as close ever since my parents divorced. our relationship kind of got a little distant. And I did not expect her to accept that. So some months go by and nothing in our relationship changes. So she really passed all the tests. And I came back and, I said, Mom, I need to talk to you again. I said, Mom, I'm not really bisexual. I only like girls. I was just scared to tell you because I didn't know how you would react or if you would still love me. And she said, baby, I love you no matter what. You are my child. Can't really do any wrong in my eyes. And I don't care who you love. I love you. I wouldn't have changed nothing that my mom said. I wouldn't have changed anything that she said. She didn't need to say anything more, anything less. That shit made me feel so good. It made me feel like it was okay to be me. And at that time, it really wasn't too common. Like I said, it wasn't on TV like that. There was no YouTuber I could go to and just type that in. It was just like big and like had a big following that I could just find. Like it really wasn't something like that at that moment. Reality TV was real big, and it really wasn't too many examples like that. It was one show, fucking Tila Tequila, and the bitch was bisexual. But that was cool because I just got to see a girl with a girl on TV, but that was something totally different. Okay, so the other side of my coming out story. My mom passed all the tests. I love her to death. I love you so much, Mom. I do. Like, you are still my best friend today. I can tell her anything. I love our relationship. Okay, so the other half of my story was to have a conversation with my dad. And what was crazy is the conversation I had with him wasn't even supposed to happen when it happened. I want to say it was like 7th, 8th grade. And I was at my dad's house. And we just had a normal day. And this is around the time that I spent like 3 or 4 days at both of my parents' house, and I would flip-flop. So my dad was getting ready to take me back to my mom's house so I can go to school on Monday because I spent like the weekend at his house. And my hair was in a ponytail. I used to wear the ponytail with the little puff, I had the basketball shorts. I got on the t-shirt. And I'm not someone that does well with negative comments. Negative comments put me in a negative mind state. So we got in the car and he said, why you don't ever do nothing with your hair? To me, that was like, I kind of wanted to go off, and I kind of did. So I was like, I don't ever do nothing to my hair. I say, this is what I want to be done to my hair. I say, you don't get it, do you? He say, get what? I say, you don't get it. I say, I wear my hair like this and I dress like this because this is how I want to look. I say, I like girls. You don't get it, huh? I like girls. Okay? So, let me tell you. He started to cry. Now, if you can't tell by the look on my face, that was so fucked up to me. How dare you? I done already got a response from my mama, so I understand how a parent is supposed to respond to that. Whether you agree with it or not, this is something that you can't control because this is my life. and you're crying in my face about it, something that I can't control, I have no control over. It hurt me. And it hurt me so bad because I felt like, you crying like I told you I got cancer or I'm dying or something is wrong. You're crying because I told you I like girls. Let me tell y'all what I did. I got out of my daddy's truck. I walked to my mama's house crying. And my mama asked me, like, what was wrong? You know, and I told her exactly what happened. Like, you know, I just had to tell him I like girls. He started crying, like, you know, I hate him. You know, I'm young, I'm in middle school. So I'm full of emotion and rage. But it was just so fucked up to me. I couldn't understand. Why would you cry? And like, why are you so hurt? Mind you, I'm not my dad's only child. I have an older brother and an older sister. So if it has something to do with like grandchildren, something like, you're gonna get grandkids. And he ended up getting grandkids. And I'm gonna give him some later too. But you're crying. So I said, Mom, I don't understand. I say, I never want to talk to him again. She said, well, I can't make you talk to him. You know, you're old enough to make decisions on your own. So I don't know if I handled this situation correctly or not, but I did not talk to my father for 9 months. Mind you, I told you I was a daddy's girl. Like, I couldn't wait to be around my dad. I couldn't wait to spend time with him and all of the above. I didn't talk to him for 9 months. I had basketball games, track meets. I had everything. He showed up to all of that shit. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up no matter if I talked to you or not. He showed up to all of that shit and I didn't talk to him. I didn't really have much to say. I didn't spend nights at his house anymore. Until after 9 months, I finally realized that he has every right to feel the way he wants to feel. And maybe this might be something that we don't see eye to eye about in life. But I feel the way I feel. And he feels the way he feels. But he's still my dad. And he still is. And was still being a very important part of my life. And he still was there. So maybe he handled that situation wrong. And maybe I handled it wrong. But, that's how I went about that. And anybody else outside of that, I didn't have to tell them. I don't care. You was gonna see it. Was what it was. All of my family members, I love them to death. But most of them, when they see me come around with the girl, like when they see me came around. I came around events later on when I was in like high school, like the girl I was with. They were like, duh. We fucking knew your whole life. You played basketball, you had the braids in your head, like you never wanted to dress like you're like, we knew. And I'm like, duh. If y'all knew, my mama knew, my brother knew, my sister knew, why did my dad know? You know, like that was what was going on in my head. Like, I was like, oh my God, this dude is delusional, bro. But, you know, that was basically my coming out story when I was younger. My relationship with my parents now is pretty much amazing. Even though, you know, sometimes, you know, you still don't see eye to eye with certain things, but you're human. Like, that's just how that shit goes. And, I don't really know what else I need to add to this, but that was my story of me coming out. Hope y'all liked it. If not, just know that this was me being really open with y'all. Really honest. Like I say, like, comment, subscribe to our couple channel. Go see my girl shit. Because we coming out with nothing but them bangers. And comment down below other things y'all want to see. Because for me, as y'all seen, I took a little break. Well, it was spring break and we had some fun. But comment down below what y'all want to see. I'm going to try to put that stuff out there. I was been supposed to drop this video, but like I say, this was something a little harder for me to do. As you can see, it's something longer because I had to go in depth and I had to get real personal with it. So leave some feedback. And this big tray, never the little one. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of hell.
It looks like you lost another one.